All right, day 2 of week 13. Last big mileage week. I've already done my longest long run last Sunday. This might be my last hill repeat workout at the hill behind me that I used a couple weeks ago. Today it's just the 800 repeats, 6 times, 800 hard uphill, and then 800 downhill at marathon pace. Legs do still feel pretty fatigued from Sunday as well, but try to get them going during the warm-up. The warm-up was pretty tough, so we'll see how challenging this is. But we're getting to the end, last big week. Sun finally decided to come out, as you can see behind me. Came out about halfway through after about an hour of running. So finally started to get warm. Might be able to see a little steam coming off, but or the A6 mid-speed edge again today. Reconfirm for about the 10th time that those are the best shoes for me. Feel really fast, geometry and it's really good. Turnover's quick, and so another big hill workout completed, and I'll move on to the next one. Reinforcements have arrived. This came in the mail today. This should be my new pair of ASICS Metaspeed Edge Paris. Go ahead and open them up, pull them out for you. This will be my second pair of these. The first pair I had got a little wobbly after about 50 miles to 100 miles. But I was able to continue to wear them for speed work and medium runs and ended up getting just over 250 miles total in the pair, which I retired a couple of weeks ago. And when actually comparing to the Vaporfly 3s, which they're both pretty similar, I actually ended up getting way more miles out of the A6 pair than the Vaporflies, and they just fit me a lot better. They respond a lot better. When both of them started to break down with the foam, I noticed a lot more benefits in the geometry of these shoes compared to the Vaporfly 3s, and I might do a separate video on that in the future, but these will definitely be my marathon shoe of choice. Number 1 and pair number 2 of the ASICS Metaspeed Edge. Best marathon racing shoe for me. Let's go. And this is why those shoes are the best running, marathon, whatever you want to call them, racing shoes for me. Today I had a tempo run, 10-ish miles with at least 6 miles at half marathon pace. And so I just ran a 10K PR that was set back over 10 years ago. I ran a sub 36 minute 10K, right around 5:46 to 5:48 pace roughly. This is my second PR of the block, which already includes a half marathon PR by over 5 minutes. My VO2 max went up another point for all-time high. And this was, again, just a training run done with back-to-back 70-mile weeks. Not the best sleep, hydration, nutrition in the last 24 hours, given my work schedule and other factors. On top of that, I was on my feet all day at work. And then again, this was just a training run solo in the middle of a block. So that's pretty incredible. I do want to start working towards these 5K, 10K half marathon PRs and trying to continue to whittle those down to, see how low we can get them. But man, that was a pretty incredible run to do just on a random Friday. So let's get it. This was 2 days after the unofficial 10K PR that I did on Friday as part of the workout. Today was Sunday. It was a 20-mile long run, including 13 miles at marathon pace, which I hit in under 80 minutes at 6:07 pace. This is the best pace of the block for these tempo type intervals at marathon pace. And given how this week has gone, I'll surely take that. I had a really busy last 72 hours and been battling allergies and pollen today and the last couple of days, as it's been really heavy in the air. Today, I headed out to Quarter Path Park in Williamsburg and did loops of the Queens Lake 5K course, which is a little bit hilly, susceptible to winds, and not super quick, in my opinion. That completed week 13, and now we're on to week 14, which was the first week of a 3 week taper. I started the week easy with a 6 mile run on Monday, followed by a rest day on Tuesday, and a shakeout run on Wednesday to try and run an all time 5K PR on a solo effort. My all time PR is around 16:13, and I would really like to run a sub 16 as I mentioned in the past. I believe the fitness is there for that. It's just finding the right place to do it. Given my recent runs, I wanted to see what I could do on my own. So I was hoping somewhere between a sub 16 and a 16:45, which I ran back in December. For the first mile today of the 5K, I went out in 5:09, which was right on pace. My pace naturally slowed a bit for the second mile and hit a 5:13, going through the 2 mile in 10:21. Then, unfortunately, my legs got really heavy and non responsive with about 800 to 1,000 to go. And the fact that this wasn't a race and didn't really have anyone to push with, I ended up splitting a 5:25 for mile three. I still ran a 16:25 with an average about 5:17 or 79 per lap, which is a 20-second PR from 4 months ago and only about 10 seconds off my all time best. A few of my athletes and fellow coaches helped pace me and provide great cheering support. So, in all, pretty solid effort after back to back 70-mile weeks. Also, dealing with some humidity, wind, and massive pollen the last week or two during this 5K. I've also done no real speed work as I've been training mostly for the marathon. So, that's another factor to consider. I really think that could help if I could do some speed based work. So, I didn't feel like I really had the ability to kick or push another gear beyond the hard tempo pace. The most exciting thing, though, is that in the last week, I run my fastest 10K, my second fastest half marathon ever, and my second fastest 5K ever, all during training runs and without a taper. Then for the back half of the week, Friday between Sunday, I ended up running 38 miles in 3 days to make up for the lighter week towards the beginning. This also included a 17-mile long run on Sunday, which was my last bit of marathon pace work. The video and pictures shown now are from this long run. I headed back to the Capitol Trail and planned it so that the marathon work was going down into Rockets Landing with a headwind then going down the hill, and then climbing the big hills with a crosswind to finish. I was really hoping to conquer this route today, as I've done it quite a few times, but ended up with only about 5.5 miles at goal pace out of 8, and another 1.5 miles at some kind of tempo, about a minute slower than expected. I still averaged about a 6:19 for the total workout pace, but that's about 10 seconds off my best.